All right, we're here for our season opening women's basketball press conference with head coach Deanna Hendricks. Coach, you have an opening statement?
Yeah, no, I'm just really, really proud of how far we've come since the summer. Obviously, with a whole bunch of new players and putting kids in different roles this year, you really don't know what to expect. But they've been super receptive to us as a new staff. They've been really super receptive to each other, and so it's been a lot of fun up until this point.
All right, we'll open up for questions.
What's been your message to the team and you kind of shaping, I guess, them the way you want to and kind of in your image?
Yeah, this is a team that has seen success, in the past couple of years. Megan Duffy did a great job of establishing that, so they know how to win. I guess when we came in as a staff, our biggest message was, let's have fun doing it. Let's really enjoy the process, and we do it in a very unconventional way. I talk a lot about loving and caring and serving, and our team has been really receptive to that piece, where it's almost not so much job-like. It's just let's enjoy each other, and then the winning will take care of itself. Obviously, as competitors, we all want to win, but there's something about going about it our way and having a lot of fun doing it.
What's been the biggest surprise for you transitioning from assistant to head coach?
Yeah.
She was head coach before.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I misspoke.
No, it's okay. It's okay. In a new program, maybe.
Pardon me?
In a new program, maybe.
Perhaps, yeah. Was there anything about Miami in general or the program in particular you didn't know that you know now?
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with it. I'm from the area, so I'm about 2.5 hours away from here, from Kokomo, Indiana. I had teammates come and play here, and so I've been familiar with the MAC and familiar with Miami. I think being in Oxford, I actually am living in Oxford, and being in the environment, the culture here, the energy here it surrounds basketball. And so just to be able to go to the grocery store and run into fans has been really cool. But it feels like a bubble almost, to where everybody knows exactly what's going on and they're invested and committed to us, and it's been fun. It's cool to see.
Now that you've kind of gotten to know your players' skill sets, what do you think will be the identity of this team on the court?
Yeah, good question. I still think we're trying to figure that piece out. Obviously Lauren Dickerson is very good, and Savannah Klusner is very good, two all-conference kids that we return. Everything else is still up for question. So we've been able to see some kids step into some different roles, and we're still trying to establish what our basketball identity is going to be. But I'll tell you this is the toughest team that I've probably been around ever in my career. And I say that because to watch them really dominate their preseason conditioning and dominate that everything that we've thrown at them as a new staff, their toughness is almost unseen and unheard of, So I think if we can hang our hat on just how tough we are, as a unit, we'll be okay.
What's your injury situation at this point after, I guess about a month of practice?
Knock on wood. Knock on wood, we're all healthy at this point. We take a lot of pride in our strength and conditioning and athletic trainer do a great job just awareing us of, how are they sleeping with their heart monitors and how much load are we giving them each day in practice. And so I'm checking that every night. I feel like we're right where we need to be. We don't need to be in max shape until, that max season comes around. So our kids are maintaining pretty well.
Obviously, the past couple of seasons, Lauren Dickerson has been one of the top players, if not the top player in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
Has she kind of lived up to advertising from what you've seen, I guess?
Yeah. At High Point, we played them, and so she gave us a night, as the opponent. So I knew she was good, but to see what she can do on a daily basis is pretty amazing. She does a lot of different things, a lot of different ways, and she's hard to contain. So at 5'3", maybe 90 pounds, you look at her and you say, maybe she's okay. But no, she can go. She can definitely go.
What are you hoping to accomplish in your first season here at Miami?
Man, so many things. More of the intangible things, more of setting the culture and again, doing it in an unconventional way of it doesn't have to always feel hard. It is hard. It's a long season, but it doesn't always have to feel hard. We can find some enjoyment. And then let the winning take care of itself, and that's ultimately what we want to do. Obviously, stringing together some 21 seasons in the past, I would love to continue that. I think our kids would want to continue that. But ultimately, it's about how does it look to us, and how is it okay to us, and can we find some enjoyment in that process?
Well, for the non-conference schedule, you start right out of the gate, preseason WNIT. Can you take us through those non-conference games and how they're going to help you get to be better in MAC play?
Yeah. Our non-conference season is no joke. It's really not. We start in the preseason NIT, which is traditionally a great tournament to be a part of. So even to get that invitation is amazing to get that, right on the start of the season. So we'll go to DePaul, we'll play DePaul and see if we can compete there at their place. The other thing that we were really talking about is the Thanksgiving tournament, where we go down and we play Liberty there in Miami, which Liberty traditionally has been a great program. Coming from the Big South, they were actually in the Big South for a couple years. So I know them well, and then Miami's Miami. So that'll be fun. We go to Pitt. We go to Cincinnati. We bring Bradley and UIC here. I mean, it's a competitive non-conference season. We really have to establish who we want to be before the start of MAC season. And so I think the ultimate goal through that non-conference is let's determine who we're going to be based on how we perform regardless of wins and losses before we go into MAC season. Okay?
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
All right. This is our 2019-20 women's basketball season opening press conference. We're here with freshman Peyton Scott. We're going to open up for questions.
So, what do you know about your coach now that you didn't know, like, when practice started?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I know anything new about her, because Coach overall is a very real and consistent person, and I think we all as a team really appreciate that.
Do you think you and the rest of the players have gelled well in this preseason and practice and kind of getting ready for the season?
Yeah, so ever since practice started, I mean, every team has their lulls and stuff, but we've definitely have come together a lot more, connecting more, celebrating each other more. So we've definitely seen that throughout practices.
Has that been the biggest area that you've improved as a team? Is it just the team chemistry, or is it something more on court, I guess?
No, everything on court definitely comes from off court. I mean, if you don't have any team chemistry, then how are you going to play with each other on court? So we've definitely focused on coming together more, trusting each other more, doing team bonding exercises to come together more as a team so we can perform better on court for sure.
Based on what you know about last year's team, what is the biggest difference from last year to this year?
A lot of new faces, a lot of new responsibilities, a lot of new talent. So just kind of buying into what our coaches are telling us now, I think will be the biggest thing for us this year.
How about on the court, though? Is it more defensive-oriented, more fast-paced offense, perhaps? Or is it not a major difference at all?
Well, me coming in as a freshman is definitely a lot more fast-paced. So I think, yeah, we're definitely that's our emphasis this year is playing more fast-paced, scoring early, getting steals, getting deflections. So that's definitely our point of view this year.
Has that been the biggest thing you've noticed so far, is just how much faster the game is compared to high school?
Yes, it is a lot faster, a lot more demanding for sure, but I like it. I like the challenge.
What would you say Miami's strengths are as a team right now going into your exhibition?
Our strengths. Pace, definitely pushing the ball, scoring quick, being active on the defensive side, but overall we've talked a lot about toughness and letting that define who our basketball team is going to be this year.
Thank you, Peyton.
Awesome, thank you.